Welcome, and thank you for taking the time to go through our tutorial on setting your tip, how we handle tips in eFish for your organization. There are a couple ways, and we're very diverse in the way that we can handle tips for you. And I'm going to go over an example here that would be you pay out all of your tips in cash to your employees every night, but you withhold and pay credit card tips or credit card gratuities to your employees at payroll. Now, you can have any combination that you would like with this interface. You're able to say cash gratuities are either withheld or paid, cash tips withheld or paid, and you can even determine what percentage that is. So in this case, the scenario we'll go through today is we're going to say you pay all your cash tips and gratuities to your employees every night, but their credit card tips and their credit card gratuities are withheld and paid at payroll. So for that particular setting, we would start with cash gratuity. You do not withhold anything, no account. It's not impacting your cash bank or your withheld or your paid cash banks, and you do not care to see it on the daily GL. Same thing with cash tips. It would be blank all the way across and no. Now, with credit card gratuities, you'd say yes. If there's ever a credit card gratuity, 100% of that, you're going to make an entry into payroll liabilities, whether it's when it's withheld, and then when it's paid at payroll, you're going to make a debit when it's paid at payroll to the same account of your payroll liabilities. Now, and then you would select yes. I'm going to come back and talk about the setting up withheld cash banks and paid cash banks after we finish this. Credit card tips also set up the same way, say 100%. We're going to withhold those in payroll liabilities, and when we pay them at payroll, we'll make a debit to that same account for that amount. And yes, we want to see that on the daily GL. We want to include that. And then finally, if you have any tip pool, if you have tip pools going, those can either be paid each day or they can be withheld as well. In this case, we'll say that there are no tip pooling going on. And so those would all be set across and to no. So each day, the cash amount would be showed in tips that they received, and there would also be a withholding entry for their payroll to be on a daily basis. They'll be paid at payroll. Now, you can also link for your cash banks that you have in the location to where if you withhold all tips, for instance, it's just all cash, all credit cards, everything were withheld, then you could say, well, we withheld all cash gratuities, and the amount of those would be entered against my cash bank. Or if you paid them out every night, you would say, we paid these out of the cash bank. That way, we would keep a running total on what is brought into your cash bank at the store or paid out of your cash bank or your safe at the store. With that wraps up on routing and allocating tips as it's pushed into your accounting system and accounted for payroll. Any questions? Make sure you can always go to the support, need help area, support, administration to see the written description of this as well as listen to this video as well. Thank you and have a great day.